Sam, that's never gonna work out.
What?
See, last year that supervisor of ours, and don't even ask what the hell he was thinking, thought it would be brilliant to install a fountain right outside the Penguin House. And you know who loves the Penguin House? The Robbins kids. And I don't even know why we haven't banned those little criminals. Disaster. Whole contraption blown to pieces. And you better believe that I had to clean the whole mess up out there sweeping up shards till the crack of dawn. And I had to turn around and get right back to work.
Joy, remember our vision, our mission for this family reunion. Enveloping our guests in luxury and utter bliss, okay? I've watched our event again and again in my head. I've dreamt of it, and in every dream I've seen it. A silver fountain in the center of the courtyard.
Excuse me?
We agreed on all this, remember? Back when we had our first planning meeting?
Oh God, meetings. Last week we had the supervisor come over and call some big important meeting about serious issues in our zoo. And you know what those serious issues were after all?
Joy, this
He had the nerve to tell us that we needed to work as a team and that we had no cohesion and all of that fluffy nonsense. That man's never...
The fountain.
And who's gonna clean up the mess when it explodes all over the floor? Who? It'll be me. It's always me.
Explode? Joy, who's gonna blow up the fountain?
Someone always blows up the fountain, stick a dynamite, and boom! Gone just like that.
Listen, I see it going like this. The first guests arrive. Aunt Myrtle and Uncle Drew, and they look all around at the display. The first thing they'll notice is a gentle sunbeam streaming through the skylight, illuminating the fountain, which reflects the light into the crystal tableware. And
I got another early shift in 6.5 hours, and I'll need at least 3 hours of sleep before I can even look at that lion vomit.
The point is that everything that we planned out for falls apart without that fountain.
We planned for? I don't recall hearing too much about this crystal tableware of yours. And that skylight, what are we talking about? I hate those things. Almost puke when that Jonas installed one in the office.
I told you all of this months ago. Seems like you don't listen to a word I say.
Look, if you had to work from 4 a.m. to 9 at night every day of the week, then maybe you'd have a tough time listening to all this too.
And you spend our meetings complaining and yawning. You agreed to plan this with me, didn't you?
You think I could say no to our grandma? I got principles. While you've been having fantasies, I've been booking the venue and trying to figure out when the hell everyone can even come. And do you even know how long I was on the phone with our cousin Jared last month? I couldn't just leave this all to a kid, and that old rat knows it.
You shouldn't talk about our grandmother that way.
And why shouldn't I? She's never done much for me, has she? And you're a little young to be telling me what to do.
Because you at least have some... Fine. We need to focus. Whatever problems you have with the family, it doesn't matter right now. You want all this to go well, don't you?
I've spent all this time working on the damn thing. It better be good.
Glad to see we're in agreement. Now, I feel strongly that the fountain is a necessary part of the whole picture. Is there any chance that we can make it work?
Fine. But I don't want to see any dynamite hanging around.
There's not going to be any...
Don't worry about it. I know about